From this lecture, we will dive into the execution process of the Flink job so that you can learn more about the execution process and the details of the Flink job running. As we know, the Flink has three deploy models. There are session model, per job model, and the application model. And also, the Flink support different resource providers, such as the standalone, Hadoop IAM, and Kubernetes. In this lecture, let me show you how the job execution from the submit phase or submit command to distribute the subtask to cluster slots by session model on the Flink standalone resource provider. Okay, as you can see this figure showing. The session model assumes an already running cluster and uses the resources of the cluster to execute any submitted application. So in order to deploy the Flink application by session model on the standalone resource provider, we have to start the Flink standalone cluster in advanced, one job manager and one or more task manager, as you can see. And at first, we submit the Flink job to standalone cluster by session model, right? The Flink client pass submit arguments such as we specified the fully class entry point class name and specified the parallelism and specified the detached model or attached model. Then the Flink client will compile the Java code to stream graph, and this client further transformed the streaming graph into a job graph. Meanwhile, the Flink job will wrap the client configurations, configuration parameters such as the checkpoint policy, state, storage, and the backend, and so on. On submitting a job graph to the master node, actually it's the job manager node through the Flink client. The job graph is first forwarded through the dispatcher. In the session model, it named the session dispatcher. After received a request from the client, the session model will create a new component in the job manager. It named job master. The job master in further transformed the job graph into execution graph and applies for resources from the standalone resource manager. In the job manager process, the standalone resource manager manages the resources. Then the standalone resource manager requests available slots from the cluster task manager, as you can see and here. From this task manager, ask how many the free slots you have, okay, and also please give me the required slots. I wanted to running the Flink job. The task manager provide free slots to the job master once received the resource manager slots request. The job master distributes the Flink job to the job execution graph to the slots for job execution, and finally at here, as you can see. Okay. This is a fully workflow of the how to submit and distribute the Flink job by by session model and the standalone resource provider. All right. See you next lecture.